Hi everyone, it's Isabella. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can get this look. This is a makeup look that I had done for my friend for her wedding day. So somebody actually requested to see a tutorial on this makeup look, so that is what I'm doing today. This is my first tutorial. We'll see how this turns out. So if you're not into glam makeup looks, I do have a everyday makeup tutorial on my channel if you'd like to go check that out. It's a lot more natural than this. So everything in this video will be linked down in the description. If it's still available, if you can get it, I will try to find it and link it down below. So if you'd like to see how you can get this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started by putting my headband on. Just hold my hair back. Okay, so I just want to make a disclaimer that I'm pretty good at doing makeup, but I'm not a makeup artist, so if something's not perfect or it's not the way you would do it or it's not correct, then I'm sorry, but that's just the way I do my makeup and that's the way that I think looks best. So I'm gonna start on my eyes first. The first product that I'm gonna start out with is this Photo Focus eyeshadow primer by Wet n Wild. My eyelids get very oily, so this is a really good eyeshadow primer for oily eyelids. That way it'll keep the eyeshadow intact and it won't like crease and get gross. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this on. It doesn't have any color to it. It does look kind of tinted, but it doesn't actually have any color. It just makes the base nice and tacky for the eyeshadow to stick onto. Okay, so next I'm gonna move on to the eyeshadow. And the palette that I used for this look was the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. This I actually haven't used in a while, I'll be honest. But it is a really good palette. All the shades are very nice and wearable. Then you have some of the pops of color over here in this area. So yeah, this is what I used. I'm gonna go ahead, where's my brush? So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this shade called Silk Cream, just to use as a transition color. And I'm just going to blend that into the crease a little bit. By the way, I'm just using a fluffy brush for this. Just a big fluffy brush will work for the crease. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this shade called Butter. And I'm just gonna use the same brush for that. I'm just gonna get a little bit of that and also put it into the crease just to deepen up the color a little bit and give more of like a warm tone to this look. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a skinnier brush like this. It's still fluffy, but it has just a little bit of a tapered end to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Roxanne, that's right here. And I'm just gonna use that on the outer edge, kind of a little more towards the outer crease. It's still in the crease, but it's out on the edge a little bit, just to deepen this color also. See the difference? How this one has more dimension and this one's just kind of flat. And once I deposit a little bit more color, I'm going to take this brush that I've been using without adding any more product on it. And I'm just gonna kind of pull it in more while blending it out, just to kind of make it not look like there's a harshness right there. It's just gonna blend it out just a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take that brush that I used for the transition color, and without adding any more product to it, I'm just gonna blend out the edges and make sure that all the colors blend well together. And make sure that there are no harsh lines. So I'm gonna take this brush that is still kind of fluffy, but it kind of tapers in and it's kind of flat on both sides, if you could tell. I'm just gonna take that with the color Buns that is right here. This one's gonna mostly go right in the outer corner right here, just to deepen it up again and add more depth. So I'm just gonna kind of pack it on the outer corner, going up into the crease. So I'm just patting this rather than blending right now, just to put the color down. Then I'm going to go back into that brush that I used the last color on. Without picking up any more color, I'm just going to blend that color into the last color. So I'm gonna take this even smaller fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into this color called Mocha. And I'm gonna take just the tiniest amount because it is pretty dark. I don't wanna get too dark with this look. And I'm just gonna put it even smaller on the outer V. So just like barely any. So I'm just packing that on right now. And then after I get the color put down, I will blend it. Okay, so the next step after I have all of the crease colors done, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. So to cut my crease, I'm going to use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. And this one is in the shade Light 14. So I'm just gonna take the actual applicator. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the applicator from the concealer. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of the concealer on my lid, like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up like that, and then there it goes. It creates my cut crease for me. Now I just have to fill the rest in. So to do that, I'm just gonna take this flat rounded brush and I'm gonna use this to cut the rest of my crease. And I'm just going to cut the rest. Now this is something you don't breathe for because it's so meticulous. Okay, so now that I've cut the crease, I'm just gonna pat it, make sure it's good. And then for right here, where the edge is, I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it with my finger. That way it just blends that concealer out a little bit. That way when we try to blend all the colors together, it won't look patchy. Okay, so now that I've cut both of my creases, I'm going to go ahead and put on the lid color. I'm just gonna go ahead and take another flat brush like this, and I'm gonna go into this color called Obsessed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that color on this flat brush. And since the concealer is tacky, I'm just gonna place it right on top. This isn't as metallic as I want it to get, so I'm gonna use this MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to go ahead and get some of the color on the brush, and I'm just gonna give it, oh, if I can open the lid, I'm just gonna give it a little spray. That way it gives me a little bit more pigment by wetting it. And I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely made a difference. It made the color a lot brighter. Okay, so now that I've got the lid color on, I'm gonna go ahead and blend these lines right here. I'm gonna take one of the brushes I already used, and without putting more color on it, I'm just gonna try to blend out that edge. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that Roxanne color mixed with Buns. Buns, that's funny. So I'm just gonna take those on a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend that into that edge as well. Now, just because I want a little bit more sparkle and glitter on this lid color, I'm gonna take the Supernova shadow from Colourpop, and it's by Kathleen Lights. I love Colourpop, by the way. And just to let you know, I am waiting on an order from Colourpop right now. So whenever I get that order, I'm going to be doing a haul video and a full face of Colourpop makeup. So if you like Colourpop and you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned for that video. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just put it on top, just to give it more sparkle and glitter, because who doesn't like glitter? Since I put that on, I'm just going to take another brush without any color on it and just blend the edges, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And see how that just added a little bit of glitter to it? I love this stuff. This is so good. Alright, so that's how the eyeshadow is turning out right now. Next step is eyeliner. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm just gonna take this. I'm not gonna do a super big wing. Not gonna lie, I really don't care for eyeliner that much, but I feel like when you're doing a super glam look like this, you kind of have to do eyeliner. So I'm not gonna breathe, I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna get this eyeliner done. No breathing, no talking while doing eyeliner and cut creases. Those are the two things. Oh my gosh. I'm seriously not breathing. Okay. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead because I feel like the more you add, the worse it tends to get. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop. I'm going to heat up my eyelash curler. If you didn't see my everyday makeup routine, then you wouldn't know about this. So go check that out to know why I do that. And then I'm going to take the Kiko Extra Sculpt Waterproof Mascara, and I'm going to apply that to my eyelashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows and my eyelashes off camera. Again, I sound like a broken record, but if you want to see how I do my eyebrows and what products I use, you can go check out my everyday makeup routine. I show you on there exactly what I use. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my eyebrows done and my eyelashes on. The eyelashes that I used are these Ardell Fauxmink wispies. I think they're really pretty and they look really nice with this look. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of fake eyelashes. I just feel like I have a really hard time applying them with my eyes. I don't know if it's just me or my eyes or what, but the inner corners never want to stay down. It's like no matter what I do, they don't stay down. It might just be me, to be honest. So I'm just gonna use this Colourpop eyeliner in the collaboration with Zoella. And this is in the color XOXO. This is the cream gel liner. So it's just a black liner and I'm just gonna use it to tight line just to make it look like the fake eyelashes blend in more. And my eyes are watering. Oh, excuse me. Now, before I finish my eyes and everything, I'm going to start moving on to the face products. So the first product I'm going to start with is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. This is really, really good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and with this flat brush, I like to use this for my primer. I'm going to go ahead and just place this everywhere. Ooh, you see that? Blech, that's disgusting. It's just the dried up primer, but I don't like how that looks. It looks really gross. This makes your skin look really glowy. I love how it looks. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. This is in the shade number 53 Beige. This I got when I was in England. I don't really know if you can get it anywhere here. I think you can order online and have it sent. I'm not 100% sure. So if I can find it, I will link it in the description. But I'm just gonna use some of this. This foundation is really nice. It's like, ow, I just stabbed myself in the eye. It has really nice coverage. I don't know if this color is gonna match me right now. I'm kind of in between a tan, so we'll see. Oh, by the way, I'm just using this flat brush by Morphe. This is the Y6. Sadly, they got rid of it. They discontinued it and I'm so sad. This is my favorite foundation brush. They do sell other brushes similar to this, but it's just something about this brush. So good. Next, I'm gonna go in with concealer, and this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Light Beige. This is a really, really, really good concealer. I'm gonna put some down here on my chin because I am breaking out right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend in this concealer. To set the concealer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in the color Butter. This stuff is really good and it blurs out your skin. So I'll be using that under my eyes. So I just want to mention real quick, I just want to thank everyone so much for supporting me and supporting my channel and for recommending videos. Like this video was asked for me to do, and that just makes me feel so good about my channel because that makes me know that you guys actually want to see content from me, and seriously, I just love it so much. So please, if you have any suggestions or requests for video ideas, let me know. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Well, I like to set my whole face because I have oily skin. I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder. It's just the translucent one, and as you can see, I love it. I put pan. So I just use this for the rest of my face because I feel like it's not super heavy on the skin. So I'm just gonna lightly set the rest of my face. Next, I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. This is definitely loved because you cannot see the logo on it anymore. But this is the Bodyshop bronzing powder. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's like the honeycomb bronzer, something like that. But this is in the shade number 5. This stuff is really, really good. I also got this while I was in England. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this and bronze up my skin. I use a lot of bronzer, just letting you know. By the way, most of my brushes I've used, I think actually all my brushes I've used so far, besides the primer brush, are Morphe. So Morphe has amazing brushes for a good price. Next step is blush. I have this Colourpop blush, again, Colourpop. This was the Disney Designer Collection from Colourpop. This is the Enchanted Mirror Blush. And this is what it looks like. It's just a basic pinky everyday mauve blush. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. Actually, I say a little bit, but let's be honest, blush is like the #1 makeup product right now. Like people are using tons of blush and I'm here for it. I love blush. I'm just gonna apply a lot of this. I'm also gonna put some on my nose. Next is highlighter, and highlighter is the best. Everyone loves highlighter, unless you don't, then you don't. This is the Hello Halo highlighter and blush duo. You can see what it's called. After Glow, we'll just call it that. I just used the highlighter shade. It's such a pretty gold color. It's literally one of my favorite highlights. It's so bright and blinding. But I mean, come on, look at that. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm actually gonna use this also for my brow bone highlight and my inner corner. I'm going to move on to my lower lash line just to finish off the eye. I'm just gonna take a flat brush like this, and I'm just gonna dip into the shade Roxanne and Buns, and I'm gonna mix those together. And I'm gonna put this really, really close to my waterline. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna dip back into the butter color that we used in the beginning for the transition. And I'm just gonna use that to blend out the darker color. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. This stuff is so good also, just like the primer. And I'm just gonna spray this on to melt all of the powders together on my skin so it doesn't look as cakey. And the last step to my makeup is lipstick. Now I have this Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip, and this is in the color Zuma. It's a super pretty mauvey pinky color, and these Ultra Blotted lips are really, 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 really good. I honestly don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a moussey texture. It doesn't dry down to the point where it dries your lips out and leaves them looking like all crusty, but it does dry down to where it doesn't transfer. It's super, super soft. I don't even know how to explain it. I'll just apply it so you can see what it looks like. And I love this color. I just feel like it's so pretty for an everyday natural color. Anyways, it just makes like this soft matte. I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, I just love it so much. Love it. All right, so take my hair out of this headband. Fix the mess I have going on. Alright everyone, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did and like my content, please go check out my channel and subscribe. It really helps to support me. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below. I love responding to and reading all of your comments. Also, don't forget to turn on my post notifications to get notified every time I post a video on Tuesdays and Fridays. Go ahead and follow me on my social medias so you can be involved in my videos. Thank you so much for watching everyone. Bye!